And we're live from Morgantown Ice Arena. Quinn Kuski here alongside of Max Hedges. How's it going today, Max?
Not too bad, Quinn. Between my crippling depression and me drowning in my Econ 301 homework, it's just another day in paradise. What about you?
You can't beat some crippling depression in Morgantown, Max. We got a D2 hockey game going on, so let's get on to the action.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's take a look.
JMU taking on West Virginia. JMU controlling up at the blue line. The Dukes take a shot in, and that one covered and held for a draw.
Do you like the uniforms of the visiting team here? Nice color scheme, a little purple black. Don't really see that a lot in hockey, but I like it.
JMU rocking the purple black. A little bit of gold trim in there too. Just hints of it. It's nice.
It's interesting. I like the artistic flair they got going on.
We'll see if that artistic flair transitions to their play on the ice as they have an offensive zone draw upcoming. West Virginia takes the face-off and they control it. They pass up ahead, and that one played by a high stick.
Let's see if we can keep a count on how many pucks get out of the rink today.
Might as well, yeah, we'll keep it going.
I feel like today's going to be a bouncy puck day.
I haven't seen too much of the ice conditions. You were just out on it. How did it feel?
I mean, it's Morgantown Ice Arena or Bow Park Ice Arena. I mean, the ice conditions are never good, really.
The Dukes try to send one out in front there. That one blocked off and played along. And that one goes up. Oh, it didn't go out of play. Stays down on the ice. Now the puck comes in and maybe a chance for James Madison. They take a shot. That one goes right through the blue paint, but all the way out to the other side. Solid hit there on Huffnagel, and the Dukes retake possession. James Madison with a shot. That one deflected aside. Rebound try, and that one covered up as well. West Virginia able to clear the zone. It goes out to center ice, and James Madison will dump it right back in. Cycling back to retrieve is West Virginia. Now they look to pass it ahead and get the work started. Huffnagel nearly fanned on that pass. Now he dishes it ahead. That one going all the way down for what will not be an icing.
Interesting no ice call there. I'm pretty sure no one touched the puck there on the earlier icing from both teams there.
James Madison working it back into the offensive zone. They ring it around the boards. No one there. It will come back out and out to center. James Madison will retrieve. Outside of the brief momentary moments, has West Virginia, this faceoff might change that, but I don't think West Virginia's controlled the puck across center ice so far.
Well, it looks like there's a little pregame jitters. Everyone's moved the puck kind of quick, getting the puck off their stick quicker from both sides there. Especially that close goal, close scoring chance for the visiting team here. I bet the Mountaineers feel a little worried, a little nervous, maybe not worried, a little nervous, but we're only 2 minutes in the game here. They got more time to settle down.
James Madison wins the draw. They control in their defensive zone. That pass turned over to West Virginia. They bring it into the zone. They take the shot, and that one right into the chest. James Madison covers.
Yeah, great play by him right there. He read the defenseman's eye, saw where he was going to pass it, and just picked it off right there. And got a real quick shot there. Nice.
A good offensive zone awareness on the forecheck there from West Virginia. Sometimes a good defense is the best offense. That turnover leading to a good chance. James Madison controlling off the face-off. They bank one up ahead off the boards. That one chipped along. And it goes back into the defensive zone where James Madison corrals. Now turned over once again to West Virginia. They bring it into the zone, and now they pass across. And that one stemmed back around behind. Both sides trying to work it free. And James Madison almost gains possession. West Virginia staying with it. And now they ring it back around, and the Dukes will control. James Madison plays it out to center, and Collins is back to settle it down.
Good play by Addison Collins there. We knew he was going to go with the puck before he even got it. Nice pass.
James Madison with some good physical play there, and they'll work it out of the zone. Almost chopped down nicely there by the West Virginia forecheck, and they'll send it around the boards and gain possession. Up to the blue line. Collins with it. He flips it back along. A couple players going down, and looks like a West Virginia player coming off the ice potentially injured. And it's sent around the boards where it's controlled by the Mountaineers. And that bank off the wall is taken by the Dukes. West Virginia back with it in the form of Collins. Collins twists along and passes it and gets it right back. Collins lugging it ahead himself. He sends it deep into the zone there with a little flip dump. And it goes around the boards where James Madison takes it. And they'll bring it ahead, lugging it through center. And now a dump into the zone, right into the glove, and held for a draw.
Pretty physical game so far. Both teams are going at each other pretty hard here. Would not be want to be one of the players out there because I hate getting hit.
You heard it from Max. Hockey players, or at least in Max's case, they don't like getting hit. I guess, most people probably don't like to get hit, but you like doing the hitting.
I wouldn't even say I like doing the hitting. I don't like getting touched out there.
Fair enough. Max Hedges, you heard it here first. West Virginia bringing it into the zone. They take that shot, and they score! West Virginia puts it home, able to gain some separation and pops it home short side. Mountaineers lead 1-0.
It looked like it got in their 5-hole. It's kind of hard to see. I don't even have my contacts in, but it looked like it got in 5-hole. Good play there. You had two guys going hard to the net. Goalie could probably didn't know where the puck was going to go, if he was going to pass or shoot, and got one in. Nice goal.
Good finish there from West Virginia, and they jump up to that 1-0 lead. And if you're James Madison here, you've been in this situation before. An early goal leads to a team taking a 1-0 lead. Even if you've been playing the better game, you get a little bit worried at that point?
It's just kind of demoralizing because you feel like, you've been playing good, which I do think James Madison has. They had some good shots. They had good opportunities here, but you also got to keep remembering, and I bet the coach on the other side of it on the bench is saying to them too right now. It looks like a hit from behind. Might be a 2-10.
That's bad news if you're James Madison. You just gave one up. West Virginia's gaining all the momentum. Then you take a bad penalty there and let the Mountaineers get on the power play.
Yeah, definitely not. And that's nothing you want to do in the game, especially in this time. Right after, like you said, giving up a goal. When you have been playing good, and now they got to figure out how to do penalty kill. Good thing for them, it's only 2 minutes. Could have been the bad one because the guy, his back was turned to the player when he got hit. So could have been 5 minutes.
You see those youth players, they got that stop sign on the back of their jerseys, let people know, if you see this stop sign, don't hit them.
Yeah, definitely. I think they need to have blinkers on those things too, because I thought that went in right there.
Now West Virginia starting up on the power play. Collins with a shot through traffic. That one found its way through. Rebound try, and James Madison going to jump on top of it, held for a draw.
Yeah, good shot by Addison right there. You got a nice low shot, big rebound. The goalie had to really reach out and grab it before someone tucked it in.
There's one thing I've noticed about this goalie. I don't have the stats on how big he is. He looks really tall.
Yeah, he's a big boy down there on the other side of the ice here. I would not want to see him in a dark alley.
Definitely good for him to have that reach, and hopefully he's not hanging around any dark alleys with Max.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a fighter and I'm not a hitter. You touch me, I'm flying the other way.
West Virginia with it on the power play. It's controlled by Collins at the point. He works it along the far side. Now worked in for a shot. That one goes wide, and it comes into James Madison control. James Madison potentially with a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Good defense by Collins to disrupt that, and now intercepted by West Virginia. Dropped off for Collins around behind. Collins still with 1:05 to go on the power play. Now he slowly brings it out of the defensive zone, and now through center ice and into the zone goes West Virginia.
Good play by Addison again. He's been playing a really good game first couple of shifts. On that breakout, on that power play, he had that one guy sucked in. He just pushed the puck the other side of the ice.
Collins with a one-time shot there, and that one deflects up and out of play, and there's one.
Yeah, good power play so far. A lot of movement, good breakout, good shots on net. They might break through here in a couple minutes.
Yeah, it's been really, like you said, just a really solid power play. They're finding it's not just shots from the outside; it's good chances. They're generating good shots too.
And they're moving the puck really well. That's the big thing too, because a lot of times in power plays, the puck gets intercepted by the other team. You don't feel like you're getting in rhythm, and once you get in the rhythm with moving the puck, everything else comes easier.
West Virginia with it down low. Now they work it back up. A shot there, and that one deflects aside. Still controlled there. Huffnagel will send it around the boards. West Virginia trying to stay with it. They do. Now it's back for Forsyth. Forsyth goes across. Huffnagel with a blast, and that one patted aside. Now a scramble for the puck, and a shot, and a good save there. I'm not sure if the goalie got that or if it was blocked, but good effort from JMU.
Yeah, what a desperation move by the goalie or the defenseman, and that was insane.
West Virginia looking to work it back in. They got 8 seconds left on this power play. Maybe a couple more shots. That one going wide. Racing forward to West Virginia. JMU gets it out, and that will be a successful kill for the Dukes. West Virginia flips it in, cross corner dump. James Madison trying to work it out of the zone, unable to do so. It's rang back around the boards. Delaney going after it. James Madison gets to it first. It's backhanded along where James Madison will keep possession. Spinning no-look pass doesn't work, and Forsyth chips it off the boards, where it's taken back by James Madison. A little bit of back and forth play at center right now. Neither team able to break into the zone. And Forsyth has it from his own defensive territory.
That's a perfect regroup right there. Looked like they drew that up before the game, maybe.
Yeah, very possible. That was a very pretty little 1-2-3 pass play to enter the zone, and now West Virginia has a chance off of it. That shot deflects around. And with it, the Mountaineers sending it back out in front, but James Madison able to gain possession. And they'll lug it ahead through center. That one dumped into the zone. James Madison going off for a change. West Virginia from their own defensive territory. They'll chip that one up along the boards. No one there. West Virginia able to make the change as that one was deflected, so no icing. James Madison looking to lug it out of their own end. And now it goes down and around the boards. Well, West Virginia will get to it first. A little bit of a mishandled puck there, but West Virginia able to keep possession, and now they pass it cross ice through center. Now a chance out in front. That one just a little bit too far in front for West Virginia. They had a man open in the slot. That one going all the way down. West Virginia unable to play it. Icing waved off. And it's settled around behind. Now that pass fanned on there, and that's going to lead to James Madison taking it. But West Virginia able to get it right back. And now a pass attempt for Collins gets blocked off. James Madison sending one out in front. All that's there is gold, and West Virginia able to reject that pass. James Madison chips that one off the glass. It rings around the boards, and it's taken by Collins. Collins passing along. There, Motor takes it. He's got the only goal of the game so far. And now it goes back around the boards where Collins will corral. Collins steps by one. Now he tries to jump past the second. Does so, dangles by a third. Collins doing it himself. Now he passes and no one there.
Put it between the legs there and keep his feet going there to get the regained possession. What a move.
And Collins dangling by three separate players on his race to get an offensive zone opportunity for West Virginia. And West Virginia turning it over. James Madison exiting the zone. 2-on-2. And there's the shot. That one wide. And it goes around the boards where it's battled for. Chipped along. And it goes back out through neutral ice and into the West Virginia offensive zone. But JMU gains possession. West Virginia dumps it in. They ring it around the boards. James Madison there to collect it. Now back at center ice, West Virginia with it again. Forsyth trying to dump it ahead, but that one right to the stick of JMU, but right back to Forsyth. Forsyth chips one along. That one turned over momentarily and somehow winds back up on the stick of Forsyth, and now he'll bring it into the zone. He'll take the shot, and that one patted aside. Rebound try, and that one saved as well.
One thing I've noticed so far, Quinn, here is that JMU's not. Ooh, it's a nice little save there. One thing I noticed is that JMU's not really taking good changes here. Not a lot of stoppage plays there, and I think their bench is short. The Mountaineers really need to take advantage when they take bad changes. Bad changes, so they can take a quick pass and they got on-man rush.
I do believe they only have two lines out today, so not a lot of bodies at all.
Definitely, and so if you're WVU, you got to look to take advantage of that. Early in this play, and the last time there was a whistle here, WVU got stuck in their own zone for like good 3 minutes. Well, that was because JMU basically iced the puck, but the icing was called off. All the defenseman had to do was take a quick look, see they were changing, and the guy wide up on the blue line, but he didn't. He missed the pass, and WVU was stuck in their own zone for the next 2 minutes, the next 20, 30 seconds. So really need to start taking advantage of that.
Face-off controlled by JMU. And it goes loose to the blue line for a shot. That one patted aside. Rebound try, and that shot, it goes in. West Virginia puts it home on the rebound, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, it was coming. It was coming. They're getting a lot of pressure here. You know, get shots on net and get the rebounds. That's what's happening. They just out-muscle them in front of the net, and it's 2-0.
And that's exactly what you want to see there if you're West Virginia. You get up to the 2-0 lead already. And you know JMU's got a short bench, so they're going to tire out faster as well. So the sooner you jump out to this lead, as they start to tire out, you can just grow on that lead.
Yeah, if you're WVU, you're telling your players right now, look, like you said, it's a short bench. You got to get up early, make them think there's no chance that, hey, they're going to start looking at each other on the bench. We're down 2-0. It's only 10 minutes left in the first period. We only have 12 guys. It's not going to looking good. You got to demoralize them. That's the game plan if you're WVU, and they're doing that right now.
West Virginia not just dominating on the scoreboard, but in shots as well, 13-4 in favor of West Virginia. And this is after it started out 2-0 in shots in favor of JMU. James Madison looking to work one out in front, trying to answer for that West Virginia goal that put him up by a pair. Now it's passed right out in front, and that one able to be stripped away by West Virginia. Back up to the blue line, shot through traffic, never found its way through. Now that one goes cross ice. And back for Collins, who chips one off the glass. That one goes high.
JMU's getting good chances there when they get possession in the offensive zone here. Now they've got to take control of that.
West Virginia with a chance out in front, and a huge glove save there, flashing the weather.
Hey, what a save. If I'm like we're talking about NHL 20 for the game, that's the goal I want on my side right there. You know, the defenseman on JMU left a wide open Mountaineer player in the slot. The goalie bailed them out there with a nice glove save.
And that height's got to play an effect there. Longer reach, able to reach out and snag that. I mean, he was on one post, and his glove easily reached the other one.
He's like a Ben Bishop out there.
Yeah.
Like 6'7".
And for you fans that follow the ACHA, the goalie for the Adrian College Bulldogs, when they won the championship, he was 6'8".
That's a big boy.
Yeah, let up one goal the entire tournament.
Wow, what a goalie. What's his length? Did they do his length like fingertip to fingertip?
Oh, fingertip to fingertip. He was hitting both posts.
Wow, that's like
he legitimately covered up almost the entire net.
Wow. To be that guy.
Yeah, if you got that guy between the pipes, I mean, he was a brick wall. I mean, he had a 998 save percentage or some nonsense in the tournament.
That's insane.
I mean,
insane.
And it's one thing if you do that, for a couple games, but you're doing it for a 5-game tournament against the 20 best teams in the nation.
That's impressive. Maybe that kid would get a foreign tryout somewhere in Sweden with that size and that type of stats.
You got to think he's got to still be playing somewhere. As good as he is, it's very possible that he's going on to play somewhere.
What team was this?
Adrian College.
Wow.
West Virginia working one out of their own end now. That pass going cross ice directly to JMU, and they'll enter the zone. That puck controlled around behind by the Mountaineers. They ring it around the boards. JMU getting to it. It's battled for and taken back by West Virginia. JMU looking to work one down low, mishandled, and that'll lead to West Virginia possession. Modert has it. He has one of the 2 goals for West Virginia today as he races in after it and collects it around behind. Now it's along the far wall, cross ice pass, and it goes down low into the corner. West Virginia staying with it. Now they continue to cycle. A good move there, and unable to pull the trigger on what was almost a great chance for West Virginia.
What a toe drag. How are you?
Now a pass out in front there. That doesn't go. And we have a stoppage in play. Call is a high stick on West Virginia.
You gotta give credit to JMU. Every time they get the puck in the offensive zone for them, they're making things happen here. They're close to getting the goal. They only got 4 shots on net, but they've been one touch away from getting something there. So it's still a close game. You may not look at it sometimes, but JMU's still got a lot of fight.
Yeah, a lot of the chances that JMU's developed have not led to shots on goal, and that's part of the reason why the stat line looks so skewed. But for those of you who've been watching the game this whole time, you know that JMU's been pushing, and they've gotten close quite a few times.
We got number 9, Bellamore down in the corner, just mucking it up. That kid, I was on the ice with D2 on Tuesday, and he almost nailed me in the head there pretty quick there. And I had a red jersey on for not hitting because of the concussion. He's a bulldog on the ice, let me tell you.
Yeah, Belmore definitely a big physical presence. Kind of reminds me of, if you watch any Penguins hockey, Patrick Hornquist. Plays a lot like him.
I don't watch a lot of Penguins, but I'll take your word for it.
That one going cross ice. West Virginia collects it. Now it's back for Collins. Collins chips one ahead, and away go the Mountaineers. That one rings around the boards. Controlled and played up ahead. That one loose at center ice, collected by West Virginia, and the Mountaineers hold it neutral. JMU with it from their defensive zone. That one gloved down by West Virginia. They got a man way off sides. Got to wait on him to get back in. Delaney chips it in, but JMU takes it as it was a delayed offsides they had to touch up. That puck rings around the boards. West Virginia 2 at first. They pass ahead, turned over, a chance, and that one deflected aside and cleared back out by the Mountaineers.
And one thing WVU's doing very good job of is intercepting passes and taking those passes they're taking from the other team and moving them out of the zone here. That's a really good job by them, and that's a really good way to stop scoring chances before they happen.
And there's one thing West Virginia's done, not only in their defensive zone, but all over the ice, they sit in passing lanes.
Yeah, they do a very good job of reading the play, knowing what the JMU's think about doing there. But again, JMU sometimes has got the pass through, but they're just an inch away from completing a nice pass and an inch away from even getting a really good scoring chance.
And it seems like almost every player on the ice, it feels like a 10-on-5 at points, because it seems like every player that has the ability to be passed to, there's a guy sitting in the passing lane as well as another guy shadowing the player that's about to receive it.
Definitely. That means it's, that the W's really got their X and O's right here. They're really playing the systems good. If you're WU and you're W's coach right now, you're like, all right, this is good. This is what you want to see. Your team listening to you, listen to X and O's, and do what they're supposed to do.
West Virginia looking to keep those X's and O's going as they got an offensive zone draw here, up 2-0 with 5:49 to go in period number 1. Face-off won by James Madison. There's one really positive thing I can say about James Madison so far this period. They've dominated the draw circle. I don't know if they've lost a draw. I haven't seen one. I haven't noticed one that they've clean lost this whole period.
Well, if they want a chance to get back in this game right now, because they're down 10 shots in the first period, and that's a dominating performance from Mountaineers right there. They got to win face-offs, get a face-off in the offensive zone. You win one, you get a nice shot. It's a good way to get back in the game.
James Madison did win that defensive draw as well, and that allowed them to work it back out to center ice. James Madison controlling the West Virginia forecheck. Sable with a shot, and he punches it home. Sable picking the corner, top left, right where Mama keeps the peanut butter.
They don't call him Snipe Show Sable for nothing. This kid, he knows how to put the puck in the twine. A pure goal scorer right there. He looked the goalie dead in the eye and just sniffed the right past him. What a goal.
Yeah, he's a guy you can count on. He puts the biscuit in the basket.
And a great guy too. A great guy.
Yeah, Sable, he's been scoring not just this game, the last D2 game as well. I think he had 2 in that one. So 3 goals in 2 games now.
That's what I heard. He might give himself a little streak here, man. I don't know if there's ACHA fantasy, but I would pick him up on the waiver wire right now if you have one.
That one worked into the zone by West Virginia, turned back over to JMU, and almost defended aside, but James Madison works it into the zone now. They pass that one out in front. It's rejected by West Virginia, and now ring back around the boards. West Virginia working their way ahead, trying to fend off the back check there, but JMU effective with it. And some more solid physical play, and JMU will gain possession off of it. Collins now working it ahead. And I'm starting to see the toll here of the only having 2 lines at the back half of this period. JMU just looks a little bit slower than they did off the jump.
I was just about to say that, Quinn. I noticed that too. Right when Addison got the puck on the defensive blue line there, you just saw 4 JMU guys just kind of looking at them, not moving their feet, not pressuring them. That's a clear sign that they're tired.
Yeah, and they're going to get some rest here at intermission, and you're going to be less tired to start the period, but you're also not going to be able to go for as long as JMU brings it into the zone. That shot snared in the trapper and held for a draw, 4:13 to go.
So they still got some life, and that was a pretty good shot there. They got some speed here, but they got to keep sustained pressure, and that's the difference right here. Is that WVU, when they get the pressure, sustain it pretty well. There's some flashes of it from JMU, but it's the tiredness that's really getting to them right now.
JMU with it in the offensive zone. Now it's taken. Huffnagel has it. He looks to play it ahead. Both sides looking to work it. West Virginia goes after it. And there it's chipped up and out of the zone, and it will go all the way down. Not for an icing. Not going to make it that far. JMU grabs it before there. Now that one chipped up to center ice, collected by Collins. Collins passing one along. West Virginia works into the zone, backhanded cross ice. That one chopped down by JMU, and now they work it ahead for what should be a 3-on-2 developing for James Madison. That one defended away. Well done by West Virginia, blanking that 3-on-2. No shots even come from it. Now the Mountaineers on the counterattack. That one well defended by James Madison, and they'll take it back with 3:15 to go in period number 1. West Virginia from their defensive zone. And that one up and out of play. That's 2 on the game so far.
Yeah, put that on the marker real quick. Here we got the first puck out, and then do we have a sponsorship for that one? Can we give something away for the first puck out of the bounce?
I don't know. Maybe we could. That's something we could work on. You know, if 25 pucks go out of play, you know, a random person wins like a $10 gift card somewhere or something like that.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe we can get maybe get my favorite place, Baby Squirrels on something here, like, you know, free squirrel bombs for someone for a night.
There you go. James Madison with it from the defensive zone. They pass ahead, turned over to West Virginia. Mountaineers trying to regain possession. James Madison hassling right now, and that one will come free. The pressure of James Madison forced that pass to go awry.
WVU's got to keep focusing, just playing simple hockey. Up 3-0 here. You know, it's just a numbers game right now. The other team is down like 12 players. It's tough to play a game like that. And WVU just got to keep grinding them down. Don't do anything special.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to, do anything risky, chance the turnover, play smart, safe hockey. I'm not saying to turtle it or anything like that, because that's the quickest way to lose a game. But just play smart.
Yeah, just play simple, get pucks deep, cycle the puck, wait for the opening and play hard.
And they do exactly that there. Sable trying to pick a corner again.
Johnny saves, man. Snipe shows Sable out there, just sniping the twine. He looks like a young McDavid, I swear.
That shot there, it hit the outside of the netting. I saw that twine move. I thought they'd scored, but it hit the outside of the cage.
Maybe he's a hybrid of a Kessel and McDavid. He's got the speed of McDavid, but the shot of Kessel. But I don't think the gambling acumen is Kessel as well. That guy knows how to pick him.
West Virginia with it from their defensive zone. Icing waved off I could hear the ref screaming now. You all might have been able to hear it at home as well. A monster hit there from West Virginia. Puck controlled down low by JMU. That pass out in front doesn't work. Now a shot through traffic into the glove and held for a draw.
A little scruffle in front of the net here. Always something I try to stay out of the way because I don't like getting a stray fist to the face.
I guess this is what happens if you're JMU. When you watch one of your players just get absolutely mollywopped out in open ice, you got to come to his aid in his defense a little bit, because after taking a shot like that, he might not be able to defend himself.
I mean, yeah, JMU is definitely trying to. They're fighting here. Their hearts and heads are in the game. They're not giving up. So that to see from there.
The other thing you got to be concerned about if you get in that situation, if you're JMU, if you get a player ejected, you're down even more.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. Like that's why I try to stay out. I mean, one, you might get hurt. Two, like you said, they're down a player. One kick hits someone, he's gone. Now you have 11 players. There's a game when I was playing youth hockey down in Dallas that we were playing a team from Louisiana. They took so many penalties, they had to forfeit because they had enough players to field only 5 guys.
That's something.
Definitely don't remember that situation.
West Virginia playing cross ice. But I mean, also, if one of the players that you have that gets ejected is a defenseman, now you're down to running 3 defensemen for 2 periods of a game.
They only have 4 defensemen?
That's my belief, is it's 2 forward lines, 2 pairs of defense, and 2 goalies.
Oh, they're getting a good workout there in the back end there. I don't know how you could be a college student and play half a game as a defenseman. I could barely do that. I'm sucking air with not. There's only 4 defensemen on the ice.
West Virginia continuing to...
Isn't higher elevation in Morgantown too?
I would say than JMU, definitely, because JMU, they're more Central Virginia, around that Richmond area.
So it's probably feel a little more tired from to begin with too. So
yeah, so definitely something they're not used to. I know I came from Virginia Beach, so I mean I was on sea level. When I moved out here, that was you don't think that what Morgantown has that high of an elevation, because it really doesn't. But when you've been living on sea level for 18 years, you notice it. So
that's crazy. Speaking of, Joe Bio by chance?
I don't think I do.
One of my friends he's from Virginia Beach. Then
yeah, so he probably could tell you exactly what just reiterate what I just said there. You'd notice that difference in elevation out here. So if these guys have been living in Virginia area, not up in the mountains area of Virginia, they're noticing that altitude difference here.
Yeah, that's That's a kill. I know when I went up to Denver to play hockey a couple times, that was a big thing. I did not like that. It's not that. Definitely, someone told me that my first semester here, the elevation's higher. Like, I didn't really notice that playing, but someone said if you drink more here, you feel it more.
Well, maybe that's why, we're looking at the number 1 party school in the nation as period number 1 comes to an end. West Virginia up 3-0. And we got a few more chats coming along, players just trying to figure out where they're going to go, enjoy that Morgantown air after the game.
Yeah, and then both teams probably need to slow down on the hits after the whistle, maybe a little slap in the hair. But yeah, the Morgantown air, if you want to call it good air, sometimes I feel like I need to have an oxygen mask walking around campus when I see these smokestacks around. But the altitude is definitely not helping.
Well, I mean, one less smokestack to worry about. The power plant out on Beechurst is closing down, so one less smokestack we got to worry about.
You heard it here, folks. Quinn with the Morgantown news.
Breaking news with the West Virginia Hockey Network. Quinn Kuski here alongside of Max Hedges. We'll be back for period number 2.
We got snacks back.
And we're back for the start of the second period. Max Hedges alongside of me. He's already dishing out some great ideas, recommending some snacks back here for us.
I couldn't really hear it because the puck is going down there. I just know I am freezing right now, and we found out that the goalie in JMU is 6'6", and boy, that's tall.
Yeah, that's a big boy. I'm pro space heater. Definitely pro space heater.
Yeah, unfortunately, you see that Morgantown doesn't really put a lot of money in Boat Park, because if they did, we would be not cold.
That is very accurate. You know, all these people in their seats are paying customers. You know, they get their heat. I just want to be warm. You know.
Yeah, maybe we asked Dog to get some foot warmers, hand warmers. You know that bars and restaurants, they got a little heater guy you got to stand next to. You get one of those bad boys out here. And maybe even a full service bar out here would be pretty nice too.
See, now you're thinking. I remember there was somewhere they actually, I think it was at West Virginia hockey games of old, they used to serve alcohol at the old West Virginia games, and they've stopped doing that because I guess, you know, it's that higher altitude thing, you know, it makes you feel better faster, and people are feeling a bit too good.
Yeah, that's probably honestly probably what was the reason to be. You know, I bet those games were rowdy though.
Oh, those games had to have been insane. You know, you get a couple fans that are a little bit too sauced, and you get some ruckus going on in the fan section.
That atmosphere. Holy Toledo.
Also, you know, you want to sell some tickets. You advertise that there's alcohol at the games.
A little happy hour all night.
Happy hour starts at Morgantown Ice Arena. We'll put in the good word. JMU trying to take a few shots there. That one patted aside. Rebound try, and that one goes wide.
JMU's definitely came out here flying the first period here. They had a pretty good big hits down here, and they had a couple good shots here.
Yeah, they come out hot. You know, they came out real hot at the start of the first period. The question is how long till they tire out.
If you're JMU, both WVU and JMU, the game plan is probably the same. Oh, turtle.
Chance right out in front. That shot snared by the trapper. We have got a little wild and wacky inflatable tube-man limboing under our camera wire here.
Yeah, it looks like we got a fan as a what do you call those guys?
Wild, wacky inflatable tube-man.
Yeah, when you're driving past the used Nissan dealership, you see one of those bad boys flying around. Makes you want to buy a Nissan Juke. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, maybe he'll distract some. He might be a bit of a distraction back there. You know, we'll see which side he's going to distract as that puck deflects up into the air. West Virginia playing it off the boards, and that shot in and snared by JMU. So, you know, we've played Ohio, and Ohio, you know, they have that one fan that always shows up in the big inflatable T-Rex costume.
I was in Poland for that game, so I actually didn't see that. Didn't know they do that.
Yeah, they when I called them for the ACHA tournament, they had a fan that would he shows up and he
came down to Dallas.
That was actually back when it was in Columbus. But yeah, he came to Columbus. He's wearing this big inflatable T-Rex, and then when they were here last season, I saw the inflatable T-Rex walking around. I asked him, I said, are you the same guy that showed up at the tournament? And he is. He travels with the team and goes to games wearing an inflatable T-Rex costume.
Now that's some dedication.
Now, my question for you, Max, as a player, if you see a fan, you know, wearing an inflatable tube man or inflatable T-Rex costume, do you even notice that when you're on the ice? Is that something that catches your eye?
Depends what type of game it is. You know, if it's a game you're up big, you know, kind of start looking around, you know, because you're seeing what girls are in the stands, you know, like you're talking to your boys, like, oh, what we're going to do after the game. And you see Buddy over here, the inflatable tube, you know, definitely going to catch your eye. Like I said, it might even make you want to go buy a Nissan Juke. I don't know. Maybe we can get a sponsorship from Nissan.
The Nissan dealership sponsorship starts with the wild, wacky inflatable tube man in the stands. JMU controlling from their defensive end. They look to work it out of the zone. West Virginia able to send it back in deep. It's loose in the slot. West Virginia with it. Looking for a passing lane right now. Cycles back up to the point. No one home. Collins collects it at center.
Johnny again. He's calling for the puck right now. He's puck hugging right now. He almost picked off one in the slot. He probably would have buried.
Solid hit around behind from West Virginia. That puck kicks free. JMU getting to it first. Sable almost intercepting that one as well. And it comes back out to center where West Virginia does take it. They'll fork it into the zone and going off for a change. JMU from their defensive territory. They pass ahead. That one deflects up.
Good pressure on the forecheck from WVU. They're really making JMU to make mistakes.
West Virginia offsides, didn't realize it. I could hear the ref screaming off from up here. I don't know what was going on down on the ice.
Kind of aggressive there. I'm not going to lie. They kind of freaked me out. The way he even put his arm there for the face-off, like a little too much pepper on that one, ref.
I think he spent his youth, out in the karate dojos, and he thought that he was, chopping boards again. He's offsides and
maybe that was his Halloween costume last night. He was still a character. He was the karate kid. Wax on, wax off.
West Virginia with it now. They come racing into the zone. Looks like he might have a step. West Virginia coming in. Pass across, and it's just off the mark. On the off wing there, unable to face up for that shot, but could have been a good chance for West Virginia.
That was a close one. That JMU defenseman, I don't know what he was doing. He turned into the wrong direction, and the WVU player just flew right past him, created that 2-on-1, and just barely missed on that pass.
West Virginia unable to keep possession. That one comes out of the zone all the way down. Referee says no icing.
The refs are not really wanting to call the icings here tonight. Maybe they want to get out of here. I don't know, but definitely there's 2 or 3 icings that should definitely been called.
I mean, maybe we've had the game start time. Oh, a great angle out in front, and that one.
What a move! How are you? Right between the legs, almost picked it off there. That'd been nice.
But you gotta wonder, maybe the refs, the game start time got pushed back an hour, so maybe one of the refs has a hot date and he's worried about missing it.
You read my mind there, Quinn. That's definitely probably what happened. If I was one of those refs and I had a hot date, you already know what I'm about to do. I'm not calling anything.
That puck getting sent down low. JMU passing it around the boards. It goes around for Forsyth. Forsyth sends it back around. There it's collected. Elmore trying to work it ahead. He took out one of the refs. He said, this is what happens when you don't call icing.
That W player just tried to body the boy there. He was like, you know what? I probably won't get the puck here, so I'm just going to make sure I hit you. What a strategy. Not a bad thing to do there.
Elmore from the near corner. He sends it up to the blue line for Forsyth. Forsyth on the shot. That one deflects up into the sky. Now back up to the point. Forsyth going back down low. Now cross ice. And a shot there. That one deflected up and over. Huffnagel with another big hit, and down goes the JMU forward. JMU looking to exit the zone. That one sticked aside by West Virginia. Now it's dumped in and around the boards. Going to collect it there is Collins.
Yeah, another thing WVU's got to keep in mind here that they're up by 3 goals. They're dominating the game. They can't get too pretty like I've touched before. Don't get too selfish. Try and make everyone out here. My coach and juniors would say something I can't really say in the air, but I'm trying to get to that point. Don't think of the team yourself. Think we're really the team. Just play the one. That's all, boys.
JMU, they deflect that one off the boards. Another monster hit, and that one might be leading to a call.
Is that penalty being called on WVU?
That's what I'm trying to figure out here.
Belly with the penalty here. Belly Donuts. You could tell who's the manager of the donuts on 8th Street in downtown Boston. Big fan of the donut shop of Duncan, but illegal hit there. He's gonna take 2 minutes in sin bin.
That's funny. My Halloween party last night. One of the girls showed up dressed up as a Dunkin' coffee.
Wow.
Yeah, dedication on that one.
Now that's a little creative there. I wouldn't think that. Was it like a freaky coffee cup? Because I know girls like to dress a little risque on Halloween night.
It was a bit more of a conservative coffee cup, actually. She had like a big poster board wrapped around her that had the Dunkin' logo, and she wore a little straw on her head.
So she was going for more of the actual accuracy.
Yeah, she was there for the realism. She clearly doesn't care about turtles. Wearing a big straw on her head like that. But what are you gonna do?
Come on here. Don't you love the turtles?
Yeah, West Virginia hockey. We're here for the turtles.
Can we tweet that out?
West Virginia hockey. We're here for the turtles. You heard it here first. Catch it on Twitter later. Going all the way down. Somehow that's not an icing either.
Maybe the Peter girls will show up to the next game.
West Virginia with it from their offensive zone. They look to work it down low. That one up and out of play. There's 3.
That's a 3. That's a bingo right there. 3 is maybe we can get 3 squirrel bombs. AK hint, baby squirrels.
And Max out here pitching for something.
Hey, I'm pitching something we can all enjoy. If you're 21, obviously.
There you go.
And if you don't have a game next day, obviously.
Also fair. So, that just ruled out everybody up here, but, it's all right.
Yeah, we all know D1 teams sleeping, not doing anything, not talking anything. Just think about the game.
That's right, yeah. Good night's sleep, a little bit of carbo loading.
Big carb load. Big carb load. I know Gooks is probably sitting at home eating a big old pasta.
Carbo load or not, I love me some good pasta.
Oh, I love it. What's your favorite pasta place in Morgantown?
Ooh. I would say that's a tough one.
Well, I mean, probably Sabera was a go-to move for me, even though it's
gone now though. It's not there anymore. It's blue tomato, or whatever it is now.
What the heck that is?
Yeah, I blame Sodexo.
Sounds like some conspiracy with a school.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You nailed it. Oliverios. You can't go wrong there.
Oliverios, yeah, that's where you take a nice hot date there.
I mean, really,
got big bucks.
Yeah.
I don't mess around here.
So the blue line, JMU with a shot, that one easily held and covered for a draw.
By JMU here. They have a couple shots here. Hopefully for Belly's sake they don't pop one here, because Belly won't be happy. He won't be getting his dunking in the morning.
That's very true. Bobby Z back there between the pipes, he's not going to be too happy with Belly either.
Oh, definitely not. I've been there a couple times. You take a penalty and you get scored on. Never a good feeling. Come back on the bench, everyone's staring at you. You know what you did.
Yeah,
you know what you did last summer.
The last couple of games for poor Bobby Z, he's been having a good performance, and the person that we've had on color said the one word you're not allowed to say when referring to a goalie is having a good night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that a couple times too myself.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a blank.
Yeah, and so it's been spoken, and usually just a few minutes later, that one gets popped up on the board.
The hockey gods come back and bite you.
And I talked to Bobby the other day. He was well aware of what happened. He wasn't too happy about it. He knew what was going on in these broadcasts.
There's something about that word when it's actually going on. Oh, a good play here is developing.
On a good shot there. That one patted aside. And a rebound try, and that one deflected around, and whoa. Yeah, we're going to get some more physical play here.
That JMU guy got to be real careful grabbing the head there. Never a good move. If that helmet comes flying off, that kid's gone for, I think, minimum 2 games, something like that. USA Hockey's really taking a strong hand and things like that.
And that was one thing, 69 there, the guy that was pulling on the head. He got
69.
Yeah, number 69. Yeah.
You gotta love to see that.
Yeah, he got wiped out by Belly down here right in front of us behind the net. Just his last shift, so he probably was coming on here hot.
Yeah, definitely. You're tired, you're getting hit. That's not a good combination to stay calm, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're starting to see some hotheads, steam coming out the ears. It's a bit cold in here, but that's not the only cause of this team tonight. There's some anger going on with the JMU side.
The ref's not really calling much. He's calling what he has to when it's just blatant, but he's letting some calls go. I really think he wants to get the heck out of here. Maybe he's trying to hit Oliverios.
There you go. Yeah, he's got a hot date at Oliverios. Now we're figuring it out.
That should have been a penalty.
Yeah, unless it's absolutely blatant. It feels like you're watching a playoff hockey game. Everything's getting let go.
Yeah, but that was a clear one that he didn't have the puck. He took 2 steps without the puck, and he's getting hit in the middle of the ice. I mean, that's just kind of a call you're gonna have to make, especially if for no reason to let that go, especially a game like this.
And we'll see if maybe we get some more calls here, because this game's definitely starting to amp up on the physical side, and you're going to see some hot heads.
Yeah, exactly. If you're the referees right now, you saw when the players try to take one of the kids' helmet off, and then you let that hit go on. It's going to get out of hand. You keep letting things like that go on.
That shot in low on the ice, deflected up out of play. We got 4
score bombs.
There you go. We're going to keep adding them up here. We'll see how many we get by the end of the day.
It's going to get dangerous.
And no one promised that we'll walk out of here if that many pucks goes out of play. But
boy, imagine if we had a score bomb bar up here.
Yeah, would you get what? You get one served to you every time the puck goes out of play.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we got to climb down a ladder just to get off here. We'd wind up sleeping up here.
We're going to need an emergency slide to get off of this.
JMU winning another draw. They send that one out in front. That one turned over to West Virginia, and they'll bring it down the wing and into the offensive zone. Stepping by, now working their way out in front, and a pass there goes off the side of the cage.
Good play by JMU defenseman there. Take that passing lane there. Really good play.
West Virginia still on it right now. JMU looking to force the turnover. It goes up to the blue line. Now it rings around Huffnagel. So that is Modert there to settle it down. He sends it up to the blue line. That one deflecting up off the glass, and around the boards it goes. West Virginia staying strong on the puck. Now that pass out in front. Battled for, taken by JMU, and they'll work it out of the zone and through to center.
JMU, they're clawing their back away and make this a game here. They got some good shots here.
West Virginia tried to work their way in there. JMU defenseman wound up on the ice, stick somewhere else. He's got to go collect, and away goes James Madison. James Madison with a shot, that one off the pillows. Got some players tangling up. Rebound try, and they score. JMU, you called it, Max. You said it looked like it was coming.
Yeah, they've been fine the last 5-10 minutes here. Actually, since the beginning of the period, they came out hot. WVU, I mean, maybe they got a little complacent being up 3-0, looking the other side of the bench and saying there's only 12 goals on the other team, you know. But this is a wake-up call. Be like, all right, this is a game. JMU is a pretty good team. They only got 12 scares, but they can still put the puck in the back of the net, so it's a game.
Yeah, we got a scoreline 3-1. If you look at the shot count, it's 24-20 now.
I blinked and it's 24-20.
Yeah. I mean, I looked away and we were doubling their shots, and all of a sudden, JMU's right on top of West Virginia.
Well, now we can say the word shutout.
Yeah, now we're allowed to say it. Bobby Z gave one up. We cannot be blamed up here in the booth today.
Do you think we're going to get blamed for that one?
There's no way. We didn't say the word. It can't be our fault.
That's true.
We referenced the word. Referencing is fine.
We have the live stream evidence.
This is true, yep. We got proof. I know maybe someone down on the ice said it, someone on the bench. You know, that jinx could have still happened.
Maybe someone's JMU.
Yeah, you JMU, you run up to the goalie with a 0 on the board, just scream shutout in his face and skate off. You know?
Never. That's always a good time.
That puck goes up. Oh, it finally it goes off body. Oh, that was going to be an icing call.
Yeah, I maybe there's been one icing call out of the 5 that I've seen.
I promise you, the referee saw the line of that puck, saw it was coming in on goal, and then he put his hand up. I swear that's what happened.
Probably, man.
Mountaineers working it into the zone. That one chipped in, and around the boards it goes. The Mountaineers winning the race to it. Now they flip it back out. It goes to the point. And a shot there. That one deflecting up into the air. Somehow that didn't hit the ceiling, and it comes back down. Now the net's off. Puck might have been on the inside of the post there, and then the net got pushed off. I don't think it was all the way across the line, so it didn't matter one way or the other, but that was almost a goal.
Wow. I mean, whatever, especially with this ice here, the ice is so slidey with the net. The goalie probably just barely touched it. And once goalies with the crease and stuff, they're weird about their orientation. I don't really know how to do it. So he might have let that in without even realizing he was out of position and whatnot. Whenever that net's missing. If it's off an inch, I'll tell you, the goalies be like, oh, I don't even know where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about angles and stuff. I don't get it. I'm not really a trig guy. So,
And the other thing I've noticed just from watching JMU's goalie, he plays, when he moves across his crease, he kicks off those posts. Every time he goes across, he's kicking off the post. Yeah, he's kicking off the post when he goes across, so that doesn't help with stay on.
I'm pretty sure people blame Fleury for that.
Yeah, Marc-Andre Fleury, he was one of the first goalies to really start doing that, and the speed that he was able to get across the net mouth with was really the reason you see a lot of younger guys now, both in the NHL and in college.
That's off again here. He's trying to get back. I mean, that's got to dull your blades out big time.
You would think, maybe. I mean, I don't know if they have some angle that they do it at to where it doesn't affect. I mean, obviously, I play goalie on NHL 20, not on the actual ice, but I don't know how it works.
I mean, there's some similarities there. You see the angle.
That's true. I understand positioning a little bit, but when it comes to the mechanics of how you do things, that's where I'm lost.
So do you act like a goalie off the ice? You're a little different.
I try. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty fair. Yeah. It usually consists of you scream at your defenseman who blew the play, but
Hey. Big ol' hoof does that.
Puck worked around West Virginia. Oh, that stretch pass. If that had connected, that could have been a big chance for West Virginia there.
Yeah, but that's not what you want to do if you're WVU right now. You got to get back to basics, like I said before. You just got scored on. It's getting a game. JMU is getting some sustained pressure. You don't want to try and stretch it out. Just come out as a unit. Come out. Just make the simple plays. Get the red line. Dump it deep. No reason to try to cherry pick here.
Yeah, and you see what that stretch pass led to. A solid chance there from JMU. A shot from the high slot.
Yeah, if you watch the NHL all the time, I think there's I'm just probably BSing this number here, but I would say probably 30% of the scoring chances are off turnovers, directly off turnovers. Defensive zone turnovers.
Yeah, defensive zone turnovers are. If you get a defensive zone turnover, you will be punished quite a bit.
Oh yeah. I'm a Stars guy, and if you've been watching Stars at all, that's all they've been doing. They've been handing defensive turnovers like they're hotcakes.
Yeah, there's one right there from West Virginia. Defensive zone turnover led to another solid chance.
Shot, you know. Do we just figure out how to play hockey? Do we just figure out the play?
I think that's it. You know, I guess it's time for us to sign up for coaching. You know, just don't turn the puck over.
Maybe let's make a D3 team.
Now we're thinking. Yep. So who's the head coach if we do a D3 team? Me or you?
I mean, I'll take defense, but you take forwards.
There we go. All right, yeah, we'll do a split head coach.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right.
Who's going to live stream that?
Oh no. All right, yeah, we'll figure something out. We got a bit of a crew up here. You know, we might be able to figure something out.
Good scoring chance in there, but you got to bury there when you got those chances right in the slot. But that 6'6" goalie, he takes up a lot of space. You know, you got to find the open twine with him.
When you have a goalie that tall, I've noticed he doesn't like to drop to the butterfly nearly as much. You got to put it between the wickets. I think between the wickets might be the best place to place that shot.
Yeah, you know, it's always go-to move is low blocker. That's probably the hardest side with him, especially with the bigger guys, because you know his arm's up higher. He's got to move it down. Blocking your own shot, always love to see it.
That was a big hit of the boards.
He's more of a stand-up guy. A guy I played juniors with, he was from Ukraine. Never went down. He was a big boy too. It was weird. That kind of messes you up when you come down and look to a shot. And you're like 2 feet away from the net, and he's still on the butterfly. You're like, what? It kind of messes with your mind.
Yeah, and then it's something that you definitely have to adjust to because at this point, we're at a stage
for a couple months.
Yeah, that episode of SpongeBob when he ripped his pants.
I got to get those stretchy pants if I were going to do that.
There you go.
I'm the least flexible, least athletic hockey player on the planet.
West Virginia, they had to get
I'll patent that.
There you go. Max Hedges, least flexible hockey player on planet Earth.
Oh, and least athletic. I look like a baby giraffe when I try to do anything athletic off the ice.
And this is the man leading our D1 hockey team, folks, the baby giraffe.
Yeah, the baby giraffe out here. But girls think baby giraffes are cute, right?
I guess, yeah, it works for you.
I guess it's a good thing.
So you're one of those cute baby giraffes. You know, like ugly babies exist, you know, and so.
What's that?
I said ugly babies exist, so you're chalking yourself up as a cute baby giraffe,
I
right?
hope I'm not an ugly baby giraffe. That's a cool world to live in.
That would just be depressing.
I'll be the first one to be picked off in the wild.
Just be
cheetahs come through and they're like, "We'll take the ugly one."
But that looks a bit different. That's the one.
Only thing that would be true, the game hunters, they won't pick me. They're like, I don't want this ugly guy hanging up in my living room.
There you go. See, disadvantages and advantages with it. Sometimes you gotta be the ugly giraffe.
Yeah, it pays off to be ugly sometimes.
That one rang around the boards. West Virginia controlling. They go with a long high flip. Yeah, that didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I don't understand right there. Why is that not like called or anything? He's clearly not even going for the puck. He's just going for the body. He's even jumping to leave his feet. Like that's that's what you don't want to have.
Good chance out there in the slot there, able to play it down with his body. And that's why, I always see, some people, they ask why hockey players do soccer, juggling before games, and you see it right there. We had a couple players go to make plays, almost in a soccer style. That one chest right down to the stick.
Yeah, you got to learn kind of that type of stuff. Kind of like be I guess athletic. Something I don't really understand about. Getting the puck to your stick from wherever it is. It's a hard skill to learn. Some guys do it. Crosby's really good at that.
Yeah, he is.
In the playoffs a couple times, him just taking the puck from the chest, putting it right in the stick, and just plotting one real quick. How are you? It's not a big deal.
Yeah, Crosby. I mean, I feel like he could make a living in like the MLS or something if he wasn't playing professional hockey.
Oh, definitely. That's a physical specimen for sure.
But controlled around behind by West Virginia. They're looking to exit on end. That one chipped off the boards, looking for Sable. That took a really awkward bounce. I don't know if it went off a referee or what, but play goes on. That shot in from JMU. That one snared in the glove of Bobby Z, and he'll freeze it with 1:44 to go in period number 2.
I just think WVU is getting a little outworked here by JMU, which is, not good because JMU's only got 12 guys on their bench, and WVU's got a full bench. They're going. I know it was Halloween last night. Their mind was probably in something else, not the game last night. But they got to pick it up here because JMU is trying to claw back. It is league tied shots right now. No, I'm dyslexic. It's 23-29, sorry. But it's close. It's close.
We got a dyslexic baby giraffe up here in the booth. Not the ugly kind, though.
I'm a blind, dyslexic, ADHD baby giraffe.
How do you be blind and dyslexic? How does that work?
Catch me on the Tinder.
Max
Another
Hedges,
Friday night at the Bell.
the blind, dyslexic, ADHD baby giraffe. But hey, ladies, he is on Tinder.
Yeah, I mean, when I put my contacts in, I'm not blind. But I do a bad job of that.
He said earlier today the contacts are not in West Virginia coming up with this offensive
I blame
zone
that's
ball.
why I got a C in my last E contest.
Hey, he couldn't see. You can't blame him.
See the board well.
He was just bubbling in answers on his Scantron. Couldn't even see what answer he was bubbling.
Grossman, come on, man, help me out. So that's why I got cribbing the pressure right now. That class right there.
Good old Econ. Would you say it was 301?
What's that?
Econ 301.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Econ
derivatives and stuff.
I see it. You've outspoken my math skills right there. I took calc in high school and didn't understand the lit.
It's a hard thing. I just know isoquant graphs and the relationship between capital and labor. How are you, Grossman? Listening? I'm doing my best.
Oh, Delaney there. He tried to give him a little wiggle tried to give the JMU defenseman that little wiggle while he was behind him there. That almost worked.
You're trying to squeeze past a guy. When you get the puck, some guys going blackout mode. They don't even know what they're doing. They're just trying to get around some guys. So they see some goofy stuff happening, kind of like that.
Well, I remember we were just talking about Crosby. There was a game he had a skater behind him and just gave a little feint to his right and broke to his left. Just left the defender, gave him the old how's she going. He was collapsing on the ice, but it almost looked like Delaney had been watching that same highlight reel. Tried it right there.
It's almost like he's drawing it up in his head before he does. A little calculus guy, like doing his derivatives before he gets the puck.
Yeah, maybe Crosby's a secret math major. You never know.
I heard he's a CPA by night.
That will do it. Hopefully, number 2. Some interesting things have been spoken about. We got our blind dyslexic baby giraffe up here in the booth, but we got some squirrel bombs going. But
yeah, it's another Friday night of college hockey at the Bow, and we got a guy in a whatever suit.
The wild, wacky, inflatable tube man is in the building, and West Virginia leads 3-1. Quinn Kuski alongside Max Hedges at the Morgantown Ice Arena. We'll be back for period number 3.
This thing's flying.
And we're back for the start of period number 3. JMU bringing it into the zone. Collins rejecting that. And it goes down. Quinkeski here alongside of Max Hedges. How'd your intermission go, Max?
Still cold. Update still cold. Been working the squirrel bombs angle. Nothing on that side yet. But hopefully in a couple weeks we can get something going.
There you go. Nothing but bad news from the intermission. Still cold, no squirrel bombs.
Those are things you don't want to hear.
That one right into the glove of Bobby Z, and he'll hold it for the draw.
See, what also we need on the live stream, if you're looking at the screen right now, we need a little live button there. It makes it look a little more official, I think,
Let people know that we're live. I mean, it says, if you go on YouTube, it does say live down in the bottom right, yeah. West Virginia looking to work it ahead.
A little camera too, like in the corner. They can see us when we talk. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, we should get that's one thing that I want to do is have an actual intermission report where it comes around to the two of us.
That's the next level stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to do a post game guy?
Yeah, we could do a little post game.
I'm not for a post game guy.
All right.
As long as don't fall off this roof.
Yeah, listen, no squirrel bombs and we should be all right.
For the people who have not been to this glorious, beautiful ice rink we call Boat Park, me and Quinkeski are literally staying on a roof with no barriers, and it's the most classic Morgantown thing you can think of.
We are putting our lives on the line for the sake of West Virginia hockey out here.
So all the fans and parents out here can know and hear about how I'm a blind baby giraffe.
Don't forget dyslexic and ADHD.
Dyslexic ADHD.
Forsyth working it ahead now. He hits Huffnagel. Huffnagel brings it into the zone. He lets a shot go. That one rings around the boards. And it's stopped right at the blue line, not finding its way out. West Virginia sticking with it. They look to play it around the boards here. It's battled for and taken by James Madison. They still trail by 2. They got 18 minutes left. It's more than enough time. They had a great second period if they can keep it going. Yeah,
I'm excited to see how this game goes. I hope the Mountaineers can figure it out and just close it in. It's a good game. Let's see what happens here, Quinn.
Yeah, Forsyth with it in the West Virginia offensive zone. In this case, I think, the best defense is a good offense. If you keep this puck down here, it's 200 feet from your own netminder, and they're not going to score.
You're exactly right there, Quinn. I'm not the best at math, that's why Econ 301. Oh, big hit there. That's a big collision there. Again, no call. Interesting, no call, but I'm not the best math guy, but 3 is greater than 1, so you don't let the other team score. Hey, I don't know if you have the derivative of that number or not, but the answer is you will win.
3 and 1 equals win.
Hey, if only Econ 301 was that easy.
Collins works it, and he takes the shot, and that one patted aside. West Virginia maybe kind of looking for that insurance goal. You feel a whole lot better up 3 than you do up 2 right now.
Insurance, you just keep bringing up more 301 topics for me. But yeah, the little insurance goal, that's what the boys need right now. Feel comfortable. 2-goal lead, worst lead in hockey. For some reason, it holds true. And some even say 3-goal leads are the worst lead in hockey. So I think we need 2.
So I guess since, I'm going to keep bringing up 301 topics, that was a bit of a macro icing right there, all the way down the ice.
It's micro. I'm a micro, 301's a micro guy. And it's all about, today I was working on a problem with a golfer. If he, if he's healthy, he's going to win $1 million. But if he's not healthy, he's not going to win anything. So what's a fair value for insurance policy? There's a lot of math in it, little stupid formulas. But hey, Grossman, if you're listening, I'm subbing.
West Virginia with so the icing was called there. Face-off's taking place at center. That means the refs blew the icing call, our second icing of the game, and they didn't get it right.
Hey, shout out to them. Maybe we can tweet that too. Refs finally called an icing. We'll constitute that as another ticker to a squirrel bomb.
Second tweet. Refs are not pro turtles.
Not pro turtles.
You heard it?
Tweet that. We're gonna get fined by the league. we have not been too friendly to the officiating crew.
This is true. I guess it's not, it's not the NBA, and we're not a coach. We're just up here in the broadcast booth. You can't find the organization for what the broadcasters say.
Especially with the NBA, we're not tweeting pro-Chinese stuff. Being censored here. So
hey, China will shut us down.
They're listening.
They're always listening.
Always listening. My Roomba is made by a Chinese company, and I swear it turns on randomly, comes up to me. I'm like, what do you You turned off your guy? Is it still working? Oh, Quinn Kuski's over here. His headphones a little.
I'm trying to see if they're made in China or not.
Oh, they're definitely listening.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Definitely listening to them. Our power play for who? They screwed that up. It should say on the other side of the scoreboard.
Well, no, that's right. It's a JMU power play. We got the 2-minute penalty.
Oh, you're right, man. You're right. Yeah, I've been playing this game for how long, and I still don't even know how to read it. Like,
and you play half your games in this arena, so
yeah. It's late. I've been up all day studying in 301. Crippling depression is set in.
The crippling depression. His eyes don't work right. He doesn't have his contacts in. He can't tell what side things are the border on. He's also an ugly giraffe. So
I'm single, ladies.
He's on Tinder. JMU with it from their own defensive zone, looking to set something up here. They got a minute and a half on this power play. If JMU scores on this power play, Max, watch out, because this game's wide open.
Oh, you know that bench is just going to, more things I can't say on the air. Things will happen on that bench. Players going to feel a certain type of way, and it's panic mode, and so you don't want that to happen.
West Virginia here with a shorthanded chance, a 2-on-1 developing. That pass goes across, blocked off. Chance out in front, and that one goes aside. And now here comes JMU. That pass out in front into the slot. Great back check there from West Virginia.
Good play by Addison there. He read that play and intercepted it there. Addison reminds me of if Tom Brady was a hippie and he let his hair grow out, he's just out there saucing the puck out there, finding the boys wide open. Just make an easy play.
I've always, my favorite comparison for Addison's always been Eric Carlson.
Eric Carlson, yeah?
Yeah, because Addison's such a great offensive player that sometimes you forget that he's also fantastic back in his own end as well.
It's Eric Carlson that grew up in somewhere in Ohio.
Yeah. Eric Carlson, but almost a hometown kid. I mean, it's close.
Yeah, it's close.
It's only a few hours out of Columbus. So.
Ooh, Eric Carlson's wife. What a smoke. Let me tell you, holy cow. So, hey, if Addison listens back to that, that's a compliment. If Quinn's calling you and Eric Carlson, that means you're a good-looking chap and your wife's gonna be smoke.
Maybe a sign of things to come. Addison, he's got the skills of an Eric Carlson. Maybe you'll get the girl like an Eric Carlson.
Shout out to Quinn. If you call me an Eric Carlson on the ice, I will. Oh, that made me feel real nice. I appreciate that compliment.
There you go. Max wanting me to call him an Eric Carlson. I don't just give anybody a nickname. They gotta earn that. They gotta earn it. So earn yourself the Eric Carlson name.
You have a nickname for me, on the ice?
I don't think I do.
Years.
I might have to work on one. I'll have to go back and watch some film.
I'll hold you to it.
All right.
Hold you to it.
Maybe your nickname's become Baby Giraffe.
Baby Giraffe. Hey, fair enough.
You did give yourself the nickname. It might stick.
Wow, we can tweet that out.
Oh, a chance there on the rebound off the boards. It almost worked out.
That 6'6" frame right there. Picking up. He's just kicking out that left leg. Kicking out that big left pillow. Blocking that shot.
Fun fact, you cannot be a 6'6" goalie in NHL 20. They cap it at 6'5".
Peaks out 6'5".
Mm-hmm.
I thought Ben Bishop was like 6'7".
Oh, no, yeah, he's taller, but I can't custom make my goalie to be over 6'5".
That makes sense.
Bit of a shame. I'm looking out for those glitchy big guys.
What's that?
I'm trying to get those glitchy big guys. The big boys out there.
That's a glitch in the system. You can just.
It is, yeah. Tall goalie, low aggression. That's all you need.
Wow. Quinn Kuski out here giving you the keys to win in NHL 20, guys.
There you go. That's all you need. Big goalie, low aggression. You'll win a few games.
Are you ranked?
I was ranked 538 in the last tournament.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Above average.
Pretty good. Not a big deal, ladies.
I'm also single, by the way.
Also single. Yeah. We got two broadcasting crew right here, both single. Not a big deal.
That one going around the boards. Battled for along the far wall here, and it finally is collected. Motor bringing it ahead. He races through center and now down into the offensive zone. Slips by one. Motor takes the shot and he scores! What a goal, Motor! With his second of the game, West Virginia up 4-1.
Hey, goals like that. When you watch that type of stuff, it makes you feel some type of way. That's like when you finally go up and get the cojones to talk to a hot girl. That's what it feels like right there. Bingo, top shelf. What a bingo. Hey, do we got Pig Whitney to pop the bottle? Because that deserves that.
We don't have that, but we do have an inflatable tube man losing his or her mind. I don't know who's inside the costume, but there's a tube man freaking out down here on the wall.
We need a fan cam. That's what we need.
Forget the fan cam. We just need a tube man cam. Just follow the inflatable tube man.
Put a GoPro on that kid.
There you go. West Virginia now up 4, icing coming up, and is that a 4th icing call?
I'm still trying to replay that goal in my mind because that was beautiful. That was a Picasso painting between the legs. Hey, I saw they brought it last year. I saw the Mona Lisa. That was cooler.
Yeah, I mean, he just came out. He had some sriracha with him. Put the sauce out there.
Sriracha.
Yeah, a little sriracha sauce. And dangles his way on by.
He really sauced that one up.
You ever put sriracha on your scrambled eggs though?
I actually read an article today that like 50 pounds of heroin was hidden in sriracha bottles. That's a clever guy right there.
Yeah.
Who'd thunk it?
That's something. I don't even know how to respond to that. I mean,
just trying to spice up your food, and next thing you know, we got a plate full of heroin.
It's I don't like to upsell drug dealers, but they are some of the most creative people on planet Earth. You gotta give credit where credit's due.
They're entrepreneurs.
Like, I mean, you see it on like cops and stuff. Like they cut holes in their wheels to store their weed in and stuff. Like, it's kind of crazy.
I would not think of that.
Yeah.
I would not think of that.
And I mean, then credit to the boys in blue as well because they find it.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is very true. I don't know how they do it. Both sides. It's a game that they're playing, and they're both pretty good at it.
Yeah. Who can be more creative? The drugs or the police?
Just another casual conversation here.
You heard it here first. West Virginia Hockey, a good chance out in front there. That one. That's 6-6 framing it. He managed to get all the way across the net, and he pushed off the post again. You push off the post, get all the way across the net, and he doesn't have a lot of ground to cover. So when he's moving that fast, I mean, it's got to be a very well placed one timer.
Yeah, I bet his goalie coach growing up was loving him when he was younger because when you have that type of frame, that just gives you such an advantage. I mean, I'm 6'3", 6'4" for the ladies, and that helps me so much in the extras for my reach. And like I tell you, if I was like 5'10", I would be bad at hockey. All right.
What's wrong with being 5'10"?
What's that?
I said, what's wrong with being 5'10"?
I don't have the skill to make me good at being at 5'10".
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I am 5'11". 6 foot for the ladies. I gotta crack that 6 foot. So.
Oh yeah.
It's like the key.
Same thing. That's why we got to switch over to the what's the system they use in Europe? We use the imperial system. They use metric system.
The metric system, yeah.
You start saying you're this meters tall.
No one knows what you're saying anymore. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna memorize how tall I am in meters, and I'm gonna just walk around and tell people I'm that tall, and they'll think I'm like foreign and mysterious too. It just keeps getting better.
There you go. That's what Baptiste on D1 TV. He's got such a He's French, man. He's French. Imagine.
Yeah, you hear that accent, and they just swoon.
If I was French, oh my God.
Hey, he's just from Texas, ladies. No Frenchman here.
Not a big deal. From Dallas. Who's that 5-minute guy?
That's on us here. I didn't catch what happened.
There, camera guys, see what happened. Talk about heroin. Looked like it was a boarding call here.
Yeah, boarding.
5 minutes.
Yeah, I guess probably an ejection.
It's a major. So like even if they score, the penalty.
Oh, there it is. That was a really good shot too.
Boy, did I jinx that. I said if they score, and bingo, pop the bottle there.
Bingo, so his name.
The penalty is going to stay up on the board here.
Yeah, and so a question I have for you. I mean, I know you don't know really too much about the rules, but so I'm gonna try again here.
I'm the worst color guy out there.
So my question about the rules is, so when you get like a 5-minute major, is there usually like a suspension that comes along with it, or is it usually just for that game?
Usually, when I got my head, if you heard about this, got thrown into a goalpost last game, 2 games ago. Oh no, yeah, last game. Can't remember concussion. The guy got thrown in the game. We got a 5-minute major for us, and we plotted 4 goals, and the guy got suspended in the game. Then he tried to fight me after the game too, but it was a win to win. I did do it for the boys. So yeah, usually to answer your question, Quinn. Yeah, usually there's a suspension associated with that time, like that.
Oh, this is not good.
This is not good.
So they still got 4.5 minutes. The first shot went in. Second shot hits the post. JMU's cooking right now.
They're buzzing. They got something in the oven. They're Betty Crocker right now.
Here we go. We got our ski boss here helping me out. 1.8034 meters is 5'11". So I'm now 1.8034 meters tall.
And that's the best number there for you, Quinn.
Now we know.
No one cares.
Bob McRobb, he's crushing on my hopes and dreams.
They're moving it pretty well. You can see they're using a classic umbrella here. The W, they got a.
Oh, that was pretty. Well, the scarier thing here, it's only been a minute. It's been a minute and 7 seconds, and they've got 2 now. It's 4-3, and if you're on the West Virginia's coaching staff right now, one, I think it's time for a timeout. Right now, you call timeout. You got to settle this game down.
I think you might be right about that because it's a 1-goal game right now. You still got a lot of time left on this PK. It's 3 minutes, 53 seconds, and it doesn't come off the board.
Yeah, and you see a lot of times coaches will wait in this situation to let the game become tied before they call that timeout. Right. You got to get ahead of it. Call it now. I think
there's a couple questions if you're a coach here because you don't know if you need that timeout later in the game because you still have a lot of time. You don't know if this situation stays here and it's 2 minutes left in the game and you have a defensive face-off. You want to have your time in the back pocket. So it's a hard answer and there's really no right answer, honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. A good clear out there from West Virginia. That'll take, a good 15 seconds off of it there.
The boys just got to settle down here. It's I hate playing PK, so I bet they hate being out there too. But they just got to figure it out, stay calm, and this is where the leadership on the team really takes a hold and settle the boys down the bench.
Now, usually teams only really prep 2 penalty kill lines. When you have a 5-minute major to kill, is there a third penalty kill line that comes out, or do they usually just stick with the 2 and rotate them?
So I could really hear that. It was pretty loud with the talk down the ice. What'd you say?
So usually, teams have 2 penalty kill lines. When you have a 5-minute major and you're going to be killing these 5 minutes, do they add a third penalty kill line to rotate in?
In situations like this, it's all hands on deck. Guys that usually reserve for not penalty kill because usually you keep your higher skill guys not on the PK because you got to block shots. You got to eat pucks literally, and pucks hurt you. So you don't want your skill guy getting hurt. But in this situation, you take anyone, and that means sometimes you're guys who usually don't play PK. So even little short guys who just play and squeeze on by, who don't have a big body to take up the ice, hey, they're getting tired. Hey, they call a timeout by JMU or WVU?
I'm guessing it was JMU that took that timeout because they just iced it.
And that's a smart call by him. They're up. 9 minutes left. Settle the guys down. They still got a lot of time in the power play. 3 minutes. Ooh. If you're JMU, you're sitting pretty right now. You're looking around. You're like, boys, we have 12 guys on the bench, and we're doing this right now. You're so confident right now. You can do whatever the hell you want. Now,
if you're West Virginia here, you got an offensive zone draw. What is the plan if you win this to kill the most possible time off this power play?
You got to find a way to just eat time, whether that means you eat in the corner, you just, but that's a dangerous thing too, because the more long time that you have the puck on your stick and it's a defensive zone, you can turn it over and boom, bada bing, bada boom, you're down, man. It could be a goal back and down before you do. So if I was the WVU guy, I look around when I get the puck, but I have a timer in my head, 2, 3, and I'm getting off my stick as soon as possible.
You ever think, I've personally never played, but if you're one of the defensemen, you get this puck off the draw, do you just turn tail and skate back and then dump it all the way back?
You could. I mean, there's risk obviously with that because I've seen where, me personally doesn't haven't happened, thank God, but I've seen teammates and other players do that, and then when they turn around to try to shoot, they lose the puck, and then next thing you know, you're messed up.
Face-off controlled by JMU. West Virginia going to try to keep them back there with the forecheck. That doesn't work out. JMU bringing it down through center ice now into the offensive end. That shot patted aside by Bobby Z. Rebound comes out, and it goes up to the blue line. All the way back down it goes. Oh, what a goal! West Virginia! The goalie came out and tried to play it. Poke checked off of his stick, and a shorthanded goal for West Virginia off the poke.
That's a huge guy. That's what you needed. That's what the doctor ordered. He wrote a prescription up, and it was delivered.
And not only that poke check is a hat trick goal for Modert today. That's his third of the day.
That's 5 score bombs. That's 5. Let's put it out there.
So is that all 5? He gets all 5? Is that what we're doing?
Does he have a game tomorrow?
I don't think so.
5.
There it is.
Goal for him. Do we have a camera on the slinky guy down there? Was he jumping around?
He's
actually.
There you go. It's a wacky, wild, inflatable tube girl having a great time.
Great time here at the Bow Friday night.
West Virginia with it. They still got 2:10 left in this major to kill off, and that one will be dumped and around.
This is revitalized the team. They got a little pep in their step. A big downer for JMU because you thought, look, we're real close in this game. You got one, but at the same time, it's still a 2-goal lead, and you're on the power play.
You just about jinxed the 2-goal lead. It almost became 3 right there. Great chance out in front.
I'm going to shut up during my game. I'm not going to say a word.
With it there is Collins. Collins playing cross ice. Forsyth collecting. Forsyth rings it around the boards for Collins. This is killing a lot of time, and now they'll clear it on down. West Virginia still with possession. This is great penalty killing.
See, this is what you're talking about. This is what you want to try to do. But you got to be careful because there's a turnover right there. But luckily, it's an offside, so you got more time. That was so offsides. I don't know what. Oh, I think he has the W play, put it back in.
Yeah, West Virginia sent it into the zone, so no offsides there. Some of the boys in gold over there on the bench thought it still should have been, but that was the correct call.
See, that's what you just got to worry about there, Quinn, I was talking about, is when you try to, do that stuff and you're outnumbered, it's tough.
West Virginia doing it.
So far, it's manageable.
They're doing a good job. I mean, there's been no extended zone time for JMU since the poke check goal there by Motor.
I think the boys just need a little wake-up call. They're sleepwalking for a little bit. They thought they had this. Oh, what a play! What a move!
Oh, that's a great poke check by Bobby Z.
Yeah, a little hooking right there. Good no call, I would say, for us.
I mean, if nothing else is getting called, I mean, except for a boarding 5-minute major, but
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, that was a big one.
I don't understand how we go from pretty much no penalties throughout an entire game to just straight to a 5-minute major. I mean. We were talking about it at intermission. We saw the kind of physical buildup. It seemed like players were just going to keep hitting each other harder and harder and harder until the refs finally had to cave and call something. And instead of, you wait the whole game, you're not calling anything, and then you just jump right to a 5-minute major.
I mean, yeah, that's the problem with that. I know some refs and just kind of they want the boys to play, and the guys do at the same time. But there's a couple hits that both you and I saw that obviously were not okay, and that should have been called that they let go. And the result of a 5-minute major, maybe someone got hurt. We don't know. I didn't see what happened, but yeah.
That one played around the boards. JMU controlling. Only 10 seconds left in the power play here. I mean, power play is going to expire. It's still only a 2-goal game right now. They're far from out of it, but the motivation just seems like it's not there for James Madison. If they can get one, you'll see it come back.
It's a close one at the bow tonight for sure, and it's an exciting one, not going to lie.
Motor bringing it down the wing. He's seeking his 4th of the game right now. He makes a move by and he gets wiped out. He's feeling himself.
He tried to pull off a little electric slide right there, got a little chip, but if he would have pulled out on that 4-goal night, dang.
And
4-goal night.
And he had that the sriracha goal, as I've been calling it. He had the sriracha goal. He had the poke check goal there. I mean,
if only we were NCAA, this guy would be getting the big bucks.
Oh yeah, because they're allowed to be paid now.
Oh yeah.
Which means if you're a big sports game guy, about the NCAA games, they're going to be making a comeback now.
Oh, when I heard about that was the first thing crossed my mind. I was like, heck yes. I'm making WVU a powerhouse for years to come. In my living room, though.
All right, pass out in front. A good chance there for West Virginia. Played aside. Now a little rotationalism as it goes for Collins. And a shot up there from the high slot, patted aside the big 6'6" frame of the JMU goalie. Working that one off. JMU looking to start up an attack of their own. They bring it into the zone. That shot into the chest of Bobby Z. He'll hold on for a draw.
I love to see that goalie's golf clubs. He's probably got especially made those guys. Probably kind of expensive. Got some fans, doing a little bit of chirping. I can't really make out what they're saying, but maybe it's not English. I don't know. Yeah, they might be under influence of something. I don't know. I won't comment in terms of that. But ladies and gents, it's a Friday night in Morgantown, so use your imagination.
Friday night at the Bow.
Friday night at the Bow.
Now bringing it ahead, West Virginia, drop-off pass there. Delaney brings it in, and offsides is the call. Long hair's a big theme on the D2 team, I've realized. The big long hair guys out here. It's all about the flow. All about the flow. All about the flow. You see me in the back here with my
hate to throw some shade at Great Clips, but this lady really messed my stuff up back here, so my flow was not looking good. And I had a date party last weekend. Thank God my date did not notice that, because that would not give me the confidence. So I'll tell you that one.
You can't